first project was to create a 36-page booklet. During the whole process, I had no idea on what the book would look like. I only had a specific method I wanted to try out. I had a lot of raw material to work with. I have taken and printed many photographs and wanted to center the booklet around them. This idea that came in my head that I didn't want to treat my art as precious. I thought it'd be a fun experiment to mistreat my art, so I bent, crumpled, stomped, and burned my photographs. As I was burning them and layering them down, I noticed that they looked nice stacked on top of each other. With this trick, I was able to combine two photos into one while highlighting their best parts of each. With each spread, I experimented and played around with different photographs together, and I was happy with the result. They were bizarre, unique, contrasted, intense, sometimes beautiful. The trick gave the photos extra dimension, and the mistreatment gave the photos more texture. Here's some more spreads and focus. Our third project was to create a symbol. Again, I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I sketched out whatever came to mind. Some were playful, some were abstract, and some were ugly. I think I gravitated more to the more absurd ones because the contrast between this playful cartoon style and their horrid expressions interested me, like this one and this one. Based on people's opinions and choices, I was able to narrow it down to several different sketches. From there, I decided to focus on the heart. The more I drew it, the more I fell in love with it. I liked the simplicity, its replicability, and how cute it looked. I liked how it looked, but I also wanted to keep that contrast between playful and grotesque. As I kept drawing it, I figured out how I wanted it to look. Big nose, swollen eye, slumped over. I felt like I was heading in the right direction because the more I changed it, the more I laughed. As always, the idea grew as I worked on it. To me, the symbol means endurance. It's about waking up and already feeling terrible and thinking, how am I ever gonna get through the day, but still getting dressed. It's not perfect, but it's also not broken. It's still standing, but it's slumped over. It also plays off the idea of a heart, pure, good, strong, so it's something you would root for. Here's what it would look like on different mock-ups. The lines really work when they bleed. Drawing all those characters for the symbol made me realize I wanted to do a project focusing on them. I had a lot of fun drawing these stupid and funny doodles, and I loved how they looked when finished. I also want to do something large scale because I've never done that before, and these doodles only exist as small sketches. But they would also allow me to work in large scale. For some time now, I've been writing down my thoughts whenever I experience anxiety or panic attack. I've been looking to incorporate these thoughts into my art because it was important to me to find some use out of the painful parts of my life. I also want to continue the theme of contrast, so I would be contrasting the playfulness and absurdity of the doodles with the seriousness, awfulness, illogical, and destructive nature of my anxiety. I needed a way to feature both the drawings and the words at the same time, so I thought the best way would be to use a projector. This was the result. My anxiety plays out like a conversation between two people where the anxiety serves to undermine me and unnerve me. This flow of conversation masked and shaped the doodles both literally and figuratively. Behind it all, the project was about two different stages of my life and their interaction. My thoughts as a kid and my thoughts currently were physically represented. The kid version was represented with these colorful and absurd monsters, and my current version was represented by the equally absurd and deliberating words of anxiety projected onto the monster. The words cast a sad light onto these happy doodles because you notice the difference between the two. Two different mediums, words versus drawing, and physical versus non-physical were used to show the different spaces I'm in now too.